This is In the Know for Tuesday, June 9, the 161st day of 2020. There are 205 days left in the year. Good morning, MB, guiding you through In the Know at K105. On Litchfield's Country Station 1039 The Moose, live online at K105.com. Via the Apple and Android smartphone app using the SoundCloud or iTunes podcast. We're on Facebook Watch, on YouTube Live, on Periscope, and the hashtag is In the Know. Coming up today, we will update you on the very latest news headlines from around the community, the county, the Commonwealth, and the country. We're trying something new today. We're operating at a very high level without a net, technically, and we've got that and maybe some giveaways. The water cooler question later on in the show, that and a whole lot more coming up today here on In the Know. Beej is out again this morning, so we called out to the bullpen and called in our friend.
Who am I? The name's Yukon Cornelius, the greatest prospector in the North. I tell you, you're looking at a mighty humble bumble.
You may know him as Yukon Cornelius. First Baptist Church Litchfield knows him as Song Leader Boy. And the Social Security Administration knows him as Dennis C. Cook. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome back.
Hey, thanks to be here.
I went back and saw a comment after the show on Friday when you were here. I don't know what prompted it. I don't know if I was giving you too much credit or too little credit, but your wife said someone needs to tell Mark he's the song leader. And I thought, well, is that a dig? Or is she saying I was not giving you enough credit? What is it?
It's a dig, really. Actually, my title, I think, every time I come on is different. Anybody that introduces me says it's, and even at church, it's like Joey and I do two ministries. I do two ministries. They're like, there's Joey and Dennis. We're not sure what they do, really.
Well, it was one of those things where I just, if I say it differently every time, eventually I have to be right.
At some point.
It's like the Major League Baseball in the vicinity rule. As long as I'm close to, throwing you out or tagging you out, then it's like it's an out. She's the pride of Pumpkin Center, the heiress to the great mini burger fortune. She's Vera Wang's arch nemesis and the professional bargain hunter's woman of the year. She's Misty Embry Thomas. Oh, yep, there's the feedback. Hi. Pick up the wireless microphone. Can you do that?
Can you hear me now?
Let's turn it on.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, now I can hear you. Good morning.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, keep talking.
I can't hear you.
Yes, we can. Okay, so here's there's nothing better than a live production to test out the latest and greatest things. So Misty, I can see you in your office holding a microphone, and I can see that you're ready to talk into it. Can you hear Dennis and I?
Oh, that's not a good sign.
So it's that. So this isn't going to work after all.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah, I see her waving. Nope, no, there's the feedback. That's just me.
It's very dramatic, though.
It is very dramatic. Okay, so she's on screen.
Yes.
I'm dying to tell people why we're doing this momentarily, but she can't hear me. We can hear her. We can see her. Who's on first?
This is kind of exciting, really. It's almost like reality television.
Is there a better time? Is there a better time than to figure out technical glitches than when the world is watching?
No.
I think not.
No, I mean, it's excellent timing if you think about it.
But look how professional that she looks holding the microphone, and she has beautiful artwork behind her, and she probably knows that we're talking about her.
Yes.
But yet she cannot defend herself for things that we might be saying or might not be saying.
She's the on-site roving reporter ready to go. It's
that's exactly right. And so now
wow.
we're about to kick it old school. Like she's going old school headphones rather than new headphones, and she just got startled because it's really loud. I've worked as hard as I could to do the play-by-play here. Can you okay, so I think she heard that.
Can you hear me?
There are signs of life from across the hallway.
I've been resuscitated.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, it's been a touch and go couple of minutes.
My sound is touch and go, but
I can imagine. So you may have heard me say we're going to go kick it old school now with a wireless microphone and headphones, the way that God intended radio to be.
Yes. Right after he made a farmer.
That's right. God made a farmer, then he made a DJ. Well, I got it. So because we have headlines to cover today and we have a guest today. So here's what we've been attempting to do today. You finally got a Rona test yesterday.
I did.
Okay, so tell us about the Rona test experience.
I'm not for sure you want the truth.
Well, I mean, I'm not intending to have one, so you tell all the truth that you want.
Okay. Well, so my allergies have been really aggressive, and yesterday morning I thought, I'm just going to go ahead and go roll out the Rona, and they're doing the free testing at Twin Lakes Regional Medical Center, so I decided to go. I made an appointment, and Jennifer was great. She got me in almost within 30 minutes. But it's like a mascara wand, a miniature mascara wand.
Dennis and I don't know what that is.
I have
but
no
Okay.
idea what you're talking about.
So it's like a small spiral brush.
Okay, like
Think-
a pipe cleaner.
Yeah.
Think like pipe cleaner meets toilet brush.
I used to have one of those wire brushes that I cleaned the mouthpiece and the neck of my saxophone.
Yes.
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 Okay, got
Yes.
it. All right.
Yeah. So then they tell you to lean back on your headrest. So I went ahead and did the 10 and 2 on the steering wheel, and she proceeded to.
I've seen you do this dance before, by the way.
Yeah, usually at a traffic stop.
That's right.
I don't know what's coming.
Okay, I got it.
So
Keep going.
it went up my nostril, and people have been describing it that they connect with your brain, but it's not your brain. What really happens is they sweep your sinus cavity. So it goes into the sinus cavity, and then it comes back out, and I got to tell you, it's a bit painful. I'm not the same person as I was yesterday. I've been changed.
Did it come down the other side?
No, like they didn't even do that. Like I thought that's what they would do. You know how those people do that with spaghetti? They go to one nostril and then the
Sure.
other. No, this hooked a left.
Oh, it went Louis.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
It went like into my nasal cavity. Yeah, it was. I'm not going to lie to you all. I've given birth 3 times, and
Right.
that was worse. The giving birth was much worse.
Oh, it was. Okay,
But
thanks
this
for the
was
confirmation.
We were waiting.
this brought a tear to my eye. Not just because I needed to sneeze, but it was a lot. But it's
Okay.
worth it because I want to rule out, make for sure I am really dealing with allergies. I don't want to be, as I keep saying, I don't want to be weaponized and then walking around not knowing. So I will feel better. My test should be back today. So we're testing all of Sam's new tricks that he has in his bag. I don't even know what he's doing, but I know it's something cool. Mm-hmm. And so I'm quarantined over here doing my social distancing until we know.
Well, that's what, we just thought, well, this is an opportunity to do proof of concept to see if we can make the show work from outside. And theoretically, think of it like this. If you can do it from your office where you're quarantined, then you can do it from anywhere. So theoretically, it can work, except you still are working via a wireless microphone.
I am.
So that has its limits.
Yeah.
So, okay. So you will know... I think Josh Embry told you within 24 hours you should have your results.
Hospital said 72. He says that the lab that they're using at the hospital is usually within 24 to 48 hours. So I'm just going to speak into existence 24 hours. Today, I will have my test results back, and they will be negative. How's
Yeah,
that?
I believe that to be the case as well. But I know that Dennis has had a lot of fun asking you if you're okay from inside your fish bubble.
Well, I thought we were shy of show content, so I thought, well, let's kick it up a notch and get the Rona test. That'll be fun for everybody.
She's the girl in the bubble.
Yes.
I was just mouthing, "Are you okay?"
Strong to severe storms possible this afternoon as the remnants of Crystal Ball moves through. It always sounds like crystal ball, but it's not. It's crystal ball. We should see afternoon storms may produce heavy rainfall, lightning, wind. The greatest severe risk is along and west of I-65. The rest of the week will be dry as highs remain in the 80s. Cooler weather will roll around for the weekend. So rain chance 60% and 88 today, mostly cloudy, 76 tonight, scattered thunderstorms, and 87 for tomorrow. Some of the other news headlines of the day. Yesterday at his daily COVID-19 briefing, Governor Beshear said fewer than 200 new cases of the virus were confirmed on Sunday and Monday. The governor announced 70 new cases were reported Sunday, 120 on Monday. The new cases bring the state's total to 11,476. We know that the We know that the testing processes and the labs slow down a little bit on the weekend, but we'll be curious to see if the number goes back up to where it had been for the last few days or if it stays lower. Governor Beshear reported 2 new deaths yesterday, including a 51-year-old woman from Davis County and a 66-year-old Hardin County man. 0 COVID-19 cases reported in Grayson County over the weekend. The Grayson County Health Department reported no new cases confirmed. That leaves our count at 136, and only 1 new case had been announced over the last 10 days. Misty, did you learn anything from Health Department Director Josh Embry last hour on this front?
The interesting part is they say that people who are testing positive, this virus has been tricky. We were supposed to be in quarantine for 10 days after your positive test, but now there are people 20 and 30 days after a positive test still testing positive. So he says that we can no longer depend on the 10-day quarantine. So now to really truly be released, you need to retest and have a negative test or go they were saying the 10 days. Now they feel like you need to go longer and just treat yourself if you're not going to retest, that you can carry the virus up to 30 days is the longest they've seen so far.
Grayson County Jailer Jason Woosley updated the detention center's COVID-19 numbers. He says 25 people connected to the facility have tested positive, 23 inmates, 2 deputies. He added that 1 of the infected inmates is currently receiving treatment in a hospital. 9 have recovered, as have both of the stricken deputies. So kind of the latest on the statewide level and the local level for coronavirus. With court approval, a work crew removed Confederate statue yesterday for a prominent location in Louisville. Work began around 6 a.m. to dismantle the John Breckinridge Castleman Monument from Cherokee Triangle, according to Louisville Mayor Greg Fisher. Shortly thereafter, only a bare pedestal remained. The decisive action followed a Jefferson Circuit Court ruling on Friday after nearly 2 years of legal wrangling and vandalism. Also, a 10-day halt ordered in the removal of the Robert E. Lee statue in Richmond, Virginia. A judge had issued an injunction preventing Virginia Governor Ralph Northam's administration from removing an iconic statue of Robert E. Lee for 10 days. Just more legal wrangling, trying to figure this out, while that's where it's being battled out, is in the court system on how to handle this. Dennis, I feel bad for you. The other day when you were here, you said, I don't want to talk about statues, and I don't blame you. None of us want to talk about statues. But I do think that we all reached the same accord, though, that it's going to be hard to pick and choose which statues are worthy of being displayed, because most, by the way, none of us are perfect, and not any person with a statue was perfect. And so if you're going to get rid of some of them, don't we have to get rid of all of them?
Yeah, it's a tough place to be, really, because none of us belong on a pedestal. None of us need a statue made after us. For historical perspective, I guess I get it in that time, in that season, in that moment. That's why it was there for a reason. But as you get, decades and a century or so later, things change, and you never know what that's. The only person that we need to look up to is Christ in our life, and everything else, like you said, we all just fall short.
Misty, are you saddened that your statue at Pumpkin Center may never take place?
I stand firm on, I don't want our statues destroyed. I don't want our statues to, I would like to see them be put in a place of education where our children can look back and say, these were statues, they were created for this reason, but we learned this, as Dennis said, a century later when some of these were created. And why? Let's not lose this piece of history of why this movement has pushed them to be removed and replaced somewhere else. So if my scarecrow could end up in the display case at Caneyville School, that would be great, right?
It's interesting how our ability to teach is different than it once was. We used to have statues and things carved in stone and monuments and buildings to preserve history, to teach the next generation. But we don't need that any longer. We're in the information age. We have the printed word, we have pictures, we have video. We have evolved beyond the statue now to where they don't serve the same purpose for teaching the lessons of history, because that adage is those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. And so that's the role the statues have have served just as much as memorializing or creating some monument to. So understanding where the education value is important, just like you said, Misty.
Yeah, I just don't want to see them destroyed. I would like for us to hold on to those things that our forefathers made and then move them to where we can still know that they have that educational value. I think the problem is where their placement has been. Are they placed in a place of honor, or are they placed for a place of education? And I would like to see them be placed in a place for education.
State police responded to a rural Butler County area yesterday afternoon after a man was fatally shot. Troopers responded to Sleepy Hollow Road in Round Hill about 4:30 and found 33-year-old Ricky Watkins of Franklin dead from an apparent gunshot wound. They will continue to investigate. Crews located bodies of 2 Lake Cumberland swimmers after a 2-day search. 23-year-old and two 23-year-old international students from China. I won't attempt to pronounce their names because I would do a very poor job of it, but saddened to hear about the loss there. It did catch my eye that the Creation Museum opened yesterday, and they have a new refurbished planetarium as part of their reopening. They plussed it. They have a new projection system, new seating, and it's a neat thing to see a planetarium inside the Creation Museum for the ability to educate and create, to put all that information together to create education for our young people, even some of our old people and future generations. You'll find a lot of people say, well, what does the planetary alignment have to do with Christianity? Plays a major role in it. And back around Easter, I saw Kyle Idleman give a sermon from Southeast, and he did an amazing job of tying science to creation and the odds of how there has to be a designer, right? There's too much luck involved in the creation of our universe for there not to have been a hand in it by our creator. And so, Dennis, I like seeing these pieces fit together.
Yeah, it's great to have this opportunity, especially so close to home. And my family has been and experienced the Creation Museum. I have not been able to go yet, but churches, groups all over churches have been able to go and experience that and grow in their faith and be educated. And Ken Ham and the Answers in Genesis folks have done a great job putting all that together.
In Bowling Green, the Corvette Museum also opened yesterday after being closed. Someone called it, it says it now has the new car smell because they've sanitized it in the time that it's been closed. And it said it's probably the cleanest museum you'll ever find. They have 3 new exhibits. One of them is I had a list of them, called The Vision Realized, 60 Years of the Mid-Engine Corvette Design. Also new is an upgraded racing and performance gallery that will now be called the E. Pierce Marshall Memorial Performance Gallery. And I'm very much hoping that the 3rd new exhibit at the Corvette Museum is just pick out the one you like and take it with you.
Oh, that's like a gift shop of sorts.
That's right. I'm desperately hoping that's the new exhibit, but I won't hold my breath. We got to get to a break. When we come back, Jessica Embry, who is a Litchfield City Council candidate, will stop by for a conversation about her desire to serve you on the Litchfield City Council. All that coming up here on In the Know.
Did you know that experts estimate that 80 to 90% of disease is stress-related? Massage can help by lowering your blood pressure, increasing circulation, reducing fatigue, and increasing energy. Call Renee Smith at 270-505-5463 to set up your appointment for a therapeutic massage today. Renee also offers gift certificates and is conveniently located on Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield. 270-505-5463.
I'm Kevin Brooks with Future Design Building Material. These are challenging times we're facing, and with so much uncertainty, it's natural to be concerned. We know that the health and wellness of your family is most important. To work through these challenges together, we are offering new services to help. You can now call in orders and we'll deliver them curbside. We'll even deliver to your front door if that's what you need. Going forward, we'll continue to adapt to the changing conditions to continue to serve. We're all in this together. Call 270-259-9311 or go to fdbm.net and tell Future Design Building Materials how we can help you.
The summer season means the best produce from the finest producers is available at the Grayson County Farmers Market. Wednesdays and Saturdays from 6:30 to noon at the Indian Hill Shopping Center. We'll be using COVID-19 safety practices like wearing a mask and only one person per household may shop at a time. To review all our safety measures, visit GraysonEXT.org. Senior and WIC vouchers Orders are accepted at the Grayson County Farmers Market Wednesdays and Saturdays from 6:30 to noon at the Indian Hills Shopping Center on Mill Street in Litchfield.
Let's face it, when it comes to buying new appliances and electronics, there are so many options, it can be overwhelming. At KU, we're empowering you to save by helping you choose the most efficient models out there. That's why we've launched our online marketplace. Filled with more than 10,000 options, the marketplace not only guides you to the products that save you the most energy, but also links directly to retailers who can save you the most money. Compare, shop, and save at lge-ku.com/marketplace.
Eliminate the threat of termites before damage adds up. Because termites can't detect Termidor, they die after ingesting treated material around your home. The Centricon system with always active technology begins the termite colony elimination process without delay and offers continuous property protection from termites with monitored bait systems on your property. For an effective and environmentally friendly solution to termites, contact the experts at Litchfield Exterminating, 259-6285.
Google Maps is out with some new features to help travelers and commuters figure out how their trip might be impacted by COVID-19, including listing travel restrictions and how crowded the public transit options are. Google says it will now display transit alerts from local agencies that will help users prepare for any government mandates that impact their ability to use public transit. For example, if services are closed or if you're required to wear a mask. Airbnb says travel is picking back up and the number of nights booked at U.S. listings between May 17th and June 3rd was greater than the same weeks from the previous year. Bloomberg says travel is shifting from airplanes to cars as bookings at locations within 200 miles of the customer's location, which is a short enough round trip to do on a single tank of gas, is up from a third of bookings in February. Also, travelers are turning more to vacation homes rather than hotels. And lastly, Yelp is making it easier for users to locate black-owned businesses amid renewed calls for racial equality in America. Tech Report, Larry Olson, NBC.
Today is Donald Duck Day today. We'll tell you why later in the show. It is Call Your Doctor Day today, and it is also Strawberry Rhubarb Pie Day today. So all the things that we're celebrating. I'd like to say welcome to the studio to Jessica Embry. She is a candidate for Litchfield City Council. I was about to say coming up on Election Day, Jessica, but it's such a unique situation. You can vote today if you want to. It's kind of this is a weird time that we're living in. But good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Good to see you. I know you've been here many times for various reasons, but first time, I guess, as a candidate, or at least for political reasons, correct?
Absolutely.
Tell the folks that maybe don't know you who you are, where you came from. You're from Grayson County originally? Tell us about you.
So my name is Jessica Embry. I am born and raised here in Litchfield. My husband is Josh Embry. He's a small business owner here in the county. We have 2 kiddos. We're both employed here locally, so I'm excited for the opportunity to serve in a bigger way.
I think I recall you being here a few years ago. One of your children, were you all on a television program?
Yeah, my daughter, when she was small, was on Toddlers and Tiaras. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I remember that. I just couldn't remember. It's been a long time ago since that happened. She's probably far from a toddler now.
Yeah, almost 10.
Yeah. I know. What do you like to do when you have some downtime? You're able to get away from your jobs. What do you all like to do as a family?
My husband races, so we spend a lot of weekends at the racetrack.
All right. Does he drive around with the shoe polish numbers written on his window like I see? I always wanted one of those.
Sometimes,
so
yeah.
I'm jealous of that. Most recently, people probably know you for your role at Twin Lakes Regional. What do you do at Twin Lakes Regional?
I am the Addiction Services Director, so we have several different programs at Twin Lakes that have developed over the last couple of years since I came on board to help those that are dealing with substance abuse issues. And
I just know from talking with you, reading you, seeing your comments, you fully understand the dire impact that addiction has on our community. I would imagine that your role is equally rewarding, but also heartbreaking.
Absolutely.
How has that role evolved over the last couple of years? What some of the changes that you've seen professionally that you are grateful for?
Well, when I first came on board at Twin Lakes Regional Medical Center, I think the numbers that they anticipated we would see in our program were a little off. We saw over 150 individuals through our first program within the first year, and we were all blown away. We never anticipated that we would have that big of a problem here. So as that happened, we started to develop new programs. We have a program specific to pregnant women dealing with addiction now. We have programs that offer medication-assisted treatment versus just a straight detox. So it's really been a blessing to our community.
What led you to the idea, I guess, what led and when were you led to the idea of running for office?
Honestly, if you would have asked me 5 years ago if I would do this, I probably would have said no. I had no political aspirations, but I've been involved in our community since I was probably 16 years old, working at Farmers Feed Mill, volunteering to help for the Christmas for Kids fundraiser. I started getting involved in different things like CASA. I've been a CASA volunteer since 2014. 2017, I had the opportunity to join the Litchfield Tourism Commission. That allowed me to get a view on some different things that happen within the city. And I just feel like I have an opportunity with the networking and connections that I've made, the different things that I'm involved in to help our community grow.
Was there something in particular about the city council that was attractive to you? I would assume that being on a cousin commission, if you will. I wouldn't call it a sibling commission, but from a tourism standpoint, did that sort of give you a front row seat to the workings of city council, or was there something in particular about city government that you were interested in?
In a way, I would say tourism has led me to do this. I see opportunities for improvement. It's a tough job, and I'm learning that more so every day. It's incredibly impossible to make everyone happy, but I think that the teamwork aspect is not there as much as it should be. There's definitely room for improvement there, and I think my background in healthcare, if you don't work as a team, nothing's going to get accomplished, and anyone in healthcare will tell you that that's so important. So I'm going into this not as, if I get elected, me being able to make a change on my own, but knowing that you have to have a good team.
From an outsider's perspective, looking in at city government or the council in particular, we've had a very dynamic last few years with the change in mayoral leadership, change in the council, lots of new facilities, lots of new tax revenues through alcohol sales. Just a lot of chips on the table these days. What are the greatest concerns that you see with the operation of city government right now? What are some things you'd point to that concern you that you think would need to be addressed?
I think that we need to look at the big picture. Everybody in our city, of course, wants growth. You hear all the time, we want a movie theater. We want more things for the kids to do. And I think all of those things are fantastic. But I think that we don't need to put the cart before the horse. We need to fix some of the things that are wrong within our city before we look to grow. I think it's important that we work on both of those things together. Our poverty rate's almost 30% in our city. Until we are able to decrease that number, get people back to work, figure out how can we make our city more prosperous, it's going to be hard to achieve a high level of growth.
Okay. Any other areas that concern you about the city other than fixing the poverty issue?
That is the biggest thing that I see. Another thing that I want to work on if elected is getting the city more involved in government. And when I say that, what I mean is one of the recent issues that's been talked about within city council is people are upset that the recycling may not come back. We may quit recycling. Well, I understand that as far as the budget goes, there's a reason the city's doing that. They're not just saying, we don't want to recycle anymore. But why can't we bring people in the community that are passionate about recycling together, form a committee, and have them work on solutions with the council, coherently together and figure out, okay, maybe we don't have to get rid of this, but what can we do to solve the problem so that it's not costing the city money?
Very good. You've identified a couple of important areas that clearly are going to have your focus. Are there other things that you really want to get involved or drill down on if you find a seat on the council?
Another thing would be our policies and ordinances. A lot of those are very old. They haven't been reviewed in several years. One of the things that some of the constituents have come to me about is the sign ordinance in the city. It seems to be that it could use some change, and I think that's something that deserves a good look over.
Very good. We're in a weird time of voting. I voted absentee because we were encouraged to, and I didn't have any problems with that. But clearly, people have concerns. They might want to vote in the traditional way. How would you encourage people to make sure that they participate and make sure they vote? What are you telling potential voters on the easiest way to go about doing that?
The easiest way and the safest way right now is to do the absentee voting. You can request an absentee vote by going to govotekentucky.com until June the 16th, I believe it is, a week before Election Day. That's the last day that you can request that. If, like many, you're not comfortable doing that, there are some options where you can vote in person. Right now at the courthouse, they do have an absentee machine set up. You have to call the courthouse to make an appointment to do that, and you can do that until June 22nd from 8 to 4. And on Election Day, there will actually be 3 voting machines set up at the center. They are encouraging that you also call to make an appointment that day because they do have to sanitize those machines after every person votes, so they anticipate the lines will be long. If you are interested in voting in one of those ways, you can call 270-791-1209 to make an appointment either way, if you want to do it now or on Election Day.
So take about half minute or so to kind of tell voters or compel them on why you are deserving of one of their votes for Litchfield City Council.
I'm passionate. Anyone that knows me will tell you if I set my mind to something, I'm going to do my best to make sure that it happens. I have a lot of experience in project development. My background in healthcare administration gives me a little bit of management experience. Networking, I love to talk. If I see you, I'm going to talk to you. And I think that is so important and very underutilized tool to be used to talk to other cities, figure out what they're doing, what they might be doing that might work for us, what might not work for us. So I'm going to use all of the tools that I have in my bag to make Litchfield a better place.
You can, voters can vote for you today through the process, right? Through the absentee process. And we always use the adage, Jessica, that every vote counts. But in 2020, literally every single vote could make a big difference for you.
Absolutely.
Right? Jessica Embry, candidate for Litchfield City Council. You can vote for her now if you're voting absentee. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
And telling us a little more about you. That's Jessica Embry. And thanks to her for coming in. We got to get to a break. We'll come back. Today's water cooler question is coming up here on In the Know.
Your health is important to you, so when you find yourself face to face with sickness, your main concern is simply how to feel better. Well, rest assured, your feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. It begins the moment you walk through our doors, where you're greeted by our friendly, knowledgeable staff, and continues on with special services like free delivery. So whether your goal is to maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember,
your feel better starts here
at Midway Pharmacy.
Hi everyone, this is Amy McGrath, the Marine running for Senate against Mitch McConnell, and I wanted to make sure you knew that the primary election is happening right now. A lot of Kentuckians don't know how voting's going to work this year because of the coronavirus, but Governor Beshear has made it a lot easier for you. You never have to leave your home. Just go online to govoteky.com to request that a ballot be mailed to you. Again, govoteky.com. Be sure to request your ballot by Monday, June 15th. It'll be mailed to you along with a prepaid envelope to send it back. Your ballot has to be postmarked by Election Day, Tuesday, June 23rd. Now I'm hoping I've earned your vote in this primary election. You can learn more about why I'm running at amymcgrath.com. I approve this message because we have to drain the swamp. And that starts with defeating Mitch McConnell.
Paid for by Amy McGrath for Senate.
A fake text message claims there's a problem with your FedEx delivery. Hi, I'm Rihanna Smith-Hamlin with the Better Business Bureau. The fake text addresses you by name and asks you to click on a link to set delivery preferences for your package. The message could also arrive via email. Some consumers say the link takes them to a survey which asks for personal information. FedEx will not send unsolicited messages requesting money or personal information. If something seems suspicious, contact the company directly. For more tips, go to bbb.org.
When you're ready for an unforgettable vacation, just pick your part. Then pick your path.
Look at this beautiful view.
Nestled in beautiful surroundings, Kentucky's 45 state parks offer a variety of outdoor activities to keep you busy and private cottages to help you relax. Plus, you can tee up at 13 nationally recognized golf courses. Book your Kentucky State Parks getaway at parks.ky.gov.
This is Governor Andy Beshear. The coronavirus has affected every one of us differently. The good news is help is available right now. Whether it's food or health care, we're here and standing by you to get you what you need. Log on to benefine.ky.gov or call 1-855-306-8959. The process is quick, simple, and you'll soon have the assistance that you deserve. So don't wait. Go online or call today and let us help you.
As Kentuckians get back on the road and traffic increases, law enforcement will be out this summer during the Blue Lights Across the Bluegrass campaign. The goal is not to write tickets, but to save lives. So please do your part. Obey the speed limit, drive sober, buckle up, and put the phone down. Spare yourself a ticket and possibly a life. Be safe, Kentucky. A message from the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
K105 Weather is brought to you by Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
Partly sunny skies are in the forecast for your Tuesday as highs max out into the mid to upper 80s. We have to watch the remnants of Cristobal as they move past the region, bringing the potential for some strong, even severe storms later on this afternoon and into the early evening hours. From the Wave 3 News Storm Tracking Team, I'm meteorologist Tawana Andrew.
Well, somebody shines the light. I'm coming on home tonight now. I want to say bye-bye. Bye. Whoa.
Did you know that in England in the 1880s, pants was considered a dirty word?
I would like to see a full list of all the dirty words.
I thought you knew them all. I thought you had them all memorized.
I know the ones that we claim today, but I want to see how many dirty words we're saying that, according to our ancestors, we don't even know we're walking around and just saying pants on the ground and how we're offending them.
I thought that's why you were in timeout, because you had been cussing.
Well, I am the cussing police, so I had to cite myself my own ticket.
You had to write yourself a ticket.
So do they use trousers or slacks?
Dungarees.
Oh.
Dungarees or
Okay.
something similar.
That's where Wrangler came from.
Something similar to that. Would you all like to do the water cooler question for today?
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm.
It's a little strange, because we went for so long without doing the water cooler question or giveaways. Now suddenly to be just throwing Holiday World tickets around seems a little willy-nilly.
But it is Santa Claus land, people. Come on.
That's true.
All right.
That's
I wish
true.
they would go back to calling it that.
Here's today's water cooler question. Call 270-259-6000, 270-259-6000 if you'd like to win tickets to Holiday World and Splash and Safari during the 2020 season. Here's the question. 12% of people say they hide their money here. 12% of people say they hide their money here. 270-259-6000, 270-259-6000.
So not the majority.
No.
12%.
12%.
I don't want to give an answer because I want to give the answer that we use at our house. So I can't give away our hiding place.
Yeah, I was
For my mini burger fortune.
I was trying to guess where you might keep yours.
Yeah. Now I got to make something else up.
Dennis, which passage?
Great.
I don't want to put you on the spot here.
Hold on just a second. I have the whole Bible memorized.
I keep mine in my Bible where it says the love of money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
That seems like a fitting place.
It's not money is the root of all evil. It's the love of. There's a huge difference.
I put my tax escrow payments to where it says give Caesar his due.
Render, yes.
Caesar, what's due Caesar?
Yeah. What's due Caesar? That's where I put my tax escrow payments. So
Yeah, and every time I read that, I'm like, Caesar is dead. Why do I keep having to pay Caesar?
Right. Can I take this literally? Do you all have lots of good ideas set aside? 12% of people say they hide their money here. Where is it? Dennis, you seem to be struggling.
I'm nervous right now. I have two answers, front and back. I'm gonna go with A.
Okay, good one. Dennis, no, Misty, there's no way you can see the board, so pick a number between 1 and 6.
5.
5 it is. Okay. Good morning, Mary. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. How are you?
Doing well. It's been a while since I talked to you, so I'm glad to hear your voice again. 12% of people say they hide their money here. Where is it?
Well, I'm debating on two choices.
Okay.
I'm going with B and the freezer.
In the freezer is not what we're looking for.
Good
Keep
try.
trying. It was a good try. I think a lot of people like that cold, hard cash.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Barbie, what is your guess?
Yes. Mattress. Under the mattress.
Under the mattress. That's a pretty popular guess. That is not what we're looking for. Keep trying. Let's go to Betty Crocker's cousin, Betty Decker. Good morning, Betty.
Oh.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for calling in. 12% of people say they hide their money here.
In the Bible.
In the Bible is a great answer. It's a biblically sound answer, but it happens to be incorrect. Let's go to Rhonda. What's your guess, Rhonda?
I said mattress.
Mattress is still, believe it or not, incorrect. Let's go to Denise. What is your guess, Denise?
In a coffee can.
In a coffee can. I almost said earlier,
That's good.
Misty's like, in a coffee can? And that is not what we're looking for. Let's go to, hi, Felicia.
In a coffee can.
Hi.
What's your guess?
In the dresser's drawer.
In a dresser drawer is an excellent guess, and it is incorrect. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you had me
Keep
there.
trying. Yeah. I rope-a-doped you, Dennis.
You did. Hook, line, and sinker.
Madison, what is your guess?
In the bathroom.
In the bathroom is, do you
Where
want to
at?
say specifically in the bathroom?
12% if I had to guess, in the back of the commode.
Yeah, I knew
in the
that answer was
tank.
going to come up. Like in
What?
In the
I'd never
tank.
thought of that.
In a Ziploc. Use the freezer lock. Don't
Oh.
just use the regular ones. And Madison, that is incorrect.
What?
It's a good place, though,
It's
Madison.
higher than 12%.
I think I'm going to go home and move our fortune to the toilet.
Oh.
Mine's been in the toilet for a while. Jennifer, what is your guess?
I'd say in their shoes.
In their shoe. Like with the odor eaters? Under the odor eaters. Dr.
I didn't
Scholl,
think they cleaned them.
Dr. Scholl says, yes, that is correct.
Oh, shoe. There you
In
go.
a shoe.
Way to
12%
go.
of people.
Wow.
Now I'd like to know which shoe in particular it is. Hey, Jennifer, hold on. Congratulations. We're going to get some information from you. Dennis, what was your guess?
The first guess I was going with was under the mattress. The second one was the bread box.
The bread box. Mm-hmm.
Where you
All
keep
right.
the dough.
But I still don't know where Sarah puts it. She's yet to tell me where it is in my own house.
And I think that's a common reoccurrence. It's wherever your spouse can't find it seems to be a popular answer. Misty, did you have a guess? Clearly, you're not going to give your own answer on where the mini burger fortune
No,
is.
but I can tell you where you should be hiding. It's somewhere that your kids and your spouse will never go. It's the mismatched sock basket in the laundry room.
Good.
Nobody goes there.
Oh yeah, nobody wants to go even within 5 miles of that thing
No,
because
we
they
hate
think
it.
they might be responsible somehow for deciding that those socks need to be need to be
If I touch it, I have to do the work,
My
right?
beautiful wife did that for an hour last night.
She is an amazing woman.
She is a saint.
Just
Yes.
keep showing her off like that, Dennis.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
She does have questionable taste in men, but other than that,
Yes.
that's the only flaw.
Is this
She
on?
gets everything
that I-
else
Sam, are we
right.
still on?
that I see
We
that
love?
she has. And I was saddened to hear about the passing of June Pointer from
Oh,
the Pointer
yeah.
Sisters. Passes away. what's funny is on Saturday, I briefly saw a few minutes of Beverly Hills Cop and was reminded what a great album soundtrack Beverly Hills Cop was. This is on it. The Heat Is On by Glenn Frey is on it. Axel F., the Harold Altermeyer. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, yeah.
And then we've lost June Pointer in the last 24 hours. So she has gone on in. We got to get to a break. We'll come back. We'll finish it up the morning. Got Chart Toppers, Point to Ponder, Pearl of Wisdom, and more coming up here on In the Know.
One of the most important responsibilities you have as a parent is to pass your faith and values on to your children. It can also be one of the most challenging. Hi, I'm Jim Daly with Focus on the Family. At the 2008 Summer Olympics, both the U.S. men's and women's relay teams were expected to compete for the gold medal. Instead, in a shocking turn of events, neither team even made it to the finals. But their exit from the competition wasn't because another country outran them. No, both American teams went home early after dropping batons during the handoff. And that's an important lesson for us parents. You see, runners almost never drop the baton during the middle of their relay leg when the race is in full sprint. It's when they're passing the baton to a teammate that things can fall apart. And the exchange is where things can often go wrong for parents as well. That means important lessons about life don't get passed on to our children effectively. Think about it. A person's values are largely formed during childhood. So if parents aren't intentional about passing on their beliefs, their child's life will likely get shaped by friends, Hollywood, or the music industry. Is that where you want your kids learning about what's important? I don't think so. If not, then make it a point to teach them your values and help them build a solid foundation for life. You'll find more encouragement to help your family at FocusOnTheFamily.com. I'm Jim Daly.
Swarm season. It's here. Will bug problems drive you crazy this year? Litchfield Exterminating are reversal experts. In other words, we drive bugs crazy. Via Bugology Hypnology, we create tiny pest zombies. Just call us Litchfield Hypnobugologists. Say it 5 times and all your problems will still be there. Since zombie bugs aren't in demand, call the #1 service in South Central Kentucky, Litchfield Exterminating.
Call Litchfield Exterminating 259-6285.
Tax season is underway, and so are IRS scams. Hi, I'm Rihanna Smith Hamblin with the Better Business Bureau. Scammers are pretending to be the IRS, saying you owe back taxes, and they're demanding payment over the phone with prepaid debit cards or wire transfer. If you don't comply, the scammer threatens you with fines and an arrest. Another version claims you're getting a tax refund, and scammers ask you for personal information. If you get calls like these, hang up the phone. For more tips, go to bbb.org.
When you're ready for an unforgettable golf getaway, just pick your park, then hit the course. Nestled in beautiful surroundings, 13 Kentucky state parks offer top-notch golf on nationally recognized courses. Overnight packages also add resort accommodations and amenities to the mix, creating the perfect opportunity to tee up a good time. Book your Kentucky State Parks golf getaway at parks.ky.gov.
This is Governor Andy Beshear. The coronavirus has affected every one of us differently. The good news is help is available right now. Whether it's food or healthcare, we're here and standing by you to get you what you need. Log on to benefine.ky.gov or call 1-855-306-8959. The process is quick, simple, and you'll soon have the assistance that you deserve. So don't wait. Go online or call today and let us help you.
Hey, it's Tony Vanetti from the Tony and Dwight Show. As Kentuckians, we're getting back on the road and traffic is increasing. Law enforcement's going to be out this summer during the Blue Lights Across the Bluegrass campaign. The goal always is not to write tickets, but to save lives. So let's do our part. Obey the speed limit. Drive sober. Buckle up and put your phone down. Spare yourself a ticket and possibly a life. Be safe, Kentucky. A message for the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
This music is my healing. This music is my healing.
MB's Point to Ponder for today. I'm hoping Dennis has a wonderful answer. What's something you thought as a child that you realize today is ridiculous? He just got his eyes almost rolled back in his head. Where do I begin?
I'll try to live my life as a child right now. So I'm getting proven wrong every day with something with that answer.
Okay. Well, I know Misty likes to say about thinking that the teachers lived at school.
Yes, I thought they had to live at school. Always freaked me out when I saw them out at the grocery or at the fair. Like, why are you out of the school? You're supposed to be at the school.
It's
interesting.
You live at the school. That's where teachers live, is at the school. So to see them out is odd. So nothing, no illusions have been ruined.
Really,
Dennis?
the thing as a child that I remember from my childhood is that everyone's house was huge. Until I went back to like a distant relative's house or something like that and go, oh, this is the tiniest place I've ever been.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember the first time I walked down after being a graduate and then coming back and walking down the first grade hallway at Caneyville Elementary School.
Yeah.
And the desks were so small and like, this is where I used to fit. It's sort of unbelievable. Dennis Cook is the song leader in chief, First Baptist Church, Litchfield.
Sure.
Do you want to go ahead and say what you'd rather be called?
Nope. People make it up every day. Technically, in the pastor of worship and discipleship, I have two areas of ministry. Joey is the same, pastor of youth and children. So, but whatever. It could be worse.
Worship and discipleship.
Yes.
I'm going to have to come up with a clever way to remember that. I usually get the worship. I got that figured out.
Yes.
The discipleship.
How old are you, Dennis?
Just turned 41.
Okay, so WD-40 will work. Worship discipleship. He's 41.
Hey, squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Okay.
But let's keep thinking on that, Misty.
I'm kind of stuck there.
No, I like it.
WD-40.
Yeah, put a pin in it. It's done.
Yep.
That's it. I don't know what we're going to do. Oh, you're already 41. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
WD-41.
I go back to the beginning of the show. In the vicinity. You're in the vicinity of WD-40.
I'll take it.
We got it. I don't know if Sam pulled it or not, but have you all seen the goat? You can look it up after the show. The goat trying to climb the inflatable chair.
No, but I need to.
Again, I don't know if I put it on the list of what we needed to see or not, but yes, you need to see it after the show. Just Google the following: determined goat repeatedly attempts to climb onto inflatable chair.
Okay, so can you slow down a little bit? I'm writing determined. I got determined.
The YouTube video is called "Goat on a Blow Up Chair," and I think for some reason it reminded me when I watched it of Dennis and I trying to climb up on an inflatable chair. There is no graceful way to climb up.
No.
It would be easier if it was a beanbag, but it's inflatable.
Is this a fainting goat, a billy goat?
No, it's
just a goat, a miniature goat.
Sam.
Okay, so we got it. But there's just something this would be me trying to get on an inflatable chair. Do you connect with this, Dennis?
Without a doubt. You have to have a generalized commitment to say, hey, yes, I'm going to be determined to get in this chair. And then once you're there, there's a commitment to say, okay, I'm trying, I'm not making it, but I'm not giving this up.
I will,
such determination.
I will try it, Misty. I think I'll try this after I master the ingress and egress to a hammock.
Yeah, okay. All right. Okay. You're on.
I had a waterbed once, and this is kind of a live visual of me getting in and out every morning.
Pretty solid. Okay, today's highlight in history. This date in 2004, the body of President Reagan arrived in Washington to lie in state in the U.S. Capitol Rotunda before the 40th president's funeral. This date in AD 68, Roman Emperor Nero committed suicide, ending a 13-year reign. The Secretariat won the Belmont Stakes this date in 1973. Richard Pryor suffered almost fatal burns this date in 1980. Retail gas prices rose above $4 per gallon in 2008. Birthdays today: Dick Vitale is 81. Dave Parker is 69. Patricia Cornwell is 64. Michael J. Fox is 59 today. Aaron Sorkin is 59 today. Love Aaron Sorkin's work. The West Wing, of course. He wrote A Few Good Men.
West Wing's amazing.
It's one of my favorite television shows of all time. The Pride of Owensboro, Kentucky. Johnny Depp is 57 today.
Did you all just become best friends over the West Wing?
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, we're like John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell and Step Brothers.
I just saw that over the weekend.
Which one's which?
I don't think it matters.
I'd like to say I'd like to be the smarter one, but I think
which one is
Again,
that?
it
That's
doesn't
what I was
matter.
going to say. I don't think there's a difference between. I don't think there's a distinction. Natalie Portman is 39 today. Queen Amidala.
That's right.
Donald Duck Day today is 1934 that he first appeared in a minor role in The Wise Little Hen. Gone but not forgotten. Peter the Great in 1672. Les Paul in 1915. Jackie Wilson in 1934. Jackie Wilson. Chart toppers. 1950. Red Foley was number one.
A boogie and a jumper called the Birmingham Bounce.
The Birmingham Bounce.
Now some like a horn.
It sounds very Harry Connick Jr. I like it.
Does have kind of a Harry Connick Jr. sound to it.
Yeah, we did this Sunday. It went over well.
Worship was good.
We all like to dance to an old.
It was a new twist on discipleship.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's the one I forget. I've got to figure out a way to.
Well, they go hand in hand.
Absolutely, I got it. It's just a little.
Oh, I'm not complaining. Trust me.
You don't hear it as frequently. I mean, your wife just said call you the song leader.
True.
Or she needed to inform me that you're the song leader. Maybe you can work this one in this week. Okay. 1959. Edward Burns and Connie Stevens. Kooky Kooky, lend me your comb.
Kooky, lend me your comb.
I'm sorry, what?
Kooky, kooky.
You can't be doing that in quarantine.
That's right, it's where you catch the Rona.
Yeah.
Is
Can't be sharing combs.
loaning people your comb.
One kooky wasn't enough?
No, it's kooky. Kooky.
Oh,
Lend me
kooky,
your comb.
Kooky, lend me your comb. 1968, Simon and Garfunkel, number one, with Mrs. Robinson.
Here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
True statement.
God bless you, please.
Absolutely. There you go with that discipleship again.
Well, sorry, that's what I'm here for.
Sneaking that discipleship in. I see. Working it into the chart toppers.
My job.
Well done. That may come up in an evaluation at some point. Dreams, Fleetwood Mac. Number one this date, 1977. Let's go to 1986.
Hairband.
New shoes. I can't wait. Sorry, Misty. I didn't deliver on the hairband.
That's okay. This is when everybody found a synthesizer.
That's true. Yes. The other choices were Madonna, Live to Tell.
Thank you for not choosing that.
Patti LaBelle and Michael McDonald, On My Own, which we did not too long ago.
Yeah.
And it's not your birthday, so I couldn't play Ronnie Millsap's Happy, Happy Birthday, Misty.
That's true. It's true.
Happy, happy. Sounded just like Ronnie Millsap.
You
I know
really
it
do.
did.
Same key, I think, actually.
Mm-hmm. Even a 6-month-old knows what key to sing in. We covered yesterday. True. 1995, Nikki French. Not nearly as good as the original.
Leave the original alone. She didn't do it justice.
That's right.
Messed that up.
We're going to give you the hook just because we don't want to hear it anymore. Let's see. Oh, Dennis groaned when he heard this was in the chart toppers today. Didn't you groan?
What?
Yeah. Gretchen Wilson. Wonder if she spent all her money yet.
Probably. But to each their own, right?
Well, until it brushes up against my own.
Then you're offended.
That's right. Justin Timberlake, number one this day in 2NE13. 7 years ago today. Thank you, WD-40.
My pleasure.
Coming in. Dennis Cook, worship and discipleship supervisor. See, now I can't. Now,
okay.
It feels like a moving target.
It is.
All the
I always am.
All the time. MB's Pearl of Wisdom for today. A lot of problems in the world would disappear if we talked to each other instead of talking about each other. A lot of problems in the world would disappear if we talked to each other instead of talking about each other. MB's Pearl of Wisdom for today. Look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow for another edition of our show. For Misty Thomas, for Dennis Cook, I'm MB, and now you're in the know.
Powered by Heritage Media of Kentucky, WKHG Litchfield, Kentucky, USA, 104.9 FM, the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105, your